nonstop Vikings talk. It's Purple Daily on Score North and ScoreNorth.com. Purple Daily, presented by Surly Brewing Company.
He's playing outside, but we got a team in here. And this is a Viking chant. Now every time up here, we gotta score. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in to the most entertaining daily conversation about the Vikings that you're going to find anywhere on the internet. At least that's the story that we're sticking to. Mm-hmm. This is Purple Daily. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die. Phil Mackey, Judd Zulgad. We got Declan Goff, our executive producer, in the house. And all of these shenanigans are presented by our friends at Surly Brewing Company and TCL TV. Someone sent us a picture a couple days ago on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
He went out and bought a case of Surly and a TCL TV, hung that thing on his wall, and took a picture of both to support the show. That's amazing.
Did you see what the picture was?
What was on the screen? I can't remember.
It was Niners Vikings. Kirk lined up under right guard, and I had an exchange with this guy, and he informed me, and I didn't realize it. He put the Surly case and cans under Kirk. So they were lined up wrong, too.
I love it.
It was very ingenious.
There is no wrong way to line up a case of Surly.
This is absolutely correct, and I can tell you right now that I enjoyed the fruits of the Surly last night.
TCL delivers the most entertainment with stunning resolution, all at an affordable cost. Enjoy more of the things you love with TCL. I also want to shout out the KOC Boys group chat on Twitter. I just want to say that it's a place where Cousins Crusaders and Cousins haters become friends on the internet.
Huh.
How did this happen?
Night, I got invited. I don't know. I was had
Is
a couple.
The first rule of Fight Club, like you can't even talk about it.
No, it's hard to explain that. Like I was in a group chat with 50 Cousins Crusaders in my Twitter DMs last night, and we bonded over memes. Like I don't know how you explain that to the greater audience, but I feel like my duty as the CEO of Vikings Twitter is to bring people together, to galvanize for the future of Vikings Twitter and Vikings football. And I am here to bridge gaps, okay? That is my duty as the CEO of Vikings Twitter.
How did you rate the invite, though? Like, how did you get it?
How did I rate the invite?
How did you get included? Who decided to reach out to the CEO of Vikings Twitter and invite him into the
Well,
chat?
It starts with my DMs being open, Judd.
Oh, Christ almighty, then I'll never get in.
No.
I got an invite, and I was like, oh, there's a bunch of dudes who hate me on Twitter. Let's talk. Let's see what happens. And like 2 hours later, we were all friends.
I don't know how you guys do it.
It was great.
I don't know how you guys do it.
All right, let's get to some 4-question Friday here. All right, let's start with this one. Free agency's on the horizon. Monday is when the legal tampering period begins, even though there's been conversations happening, I'm sure, for weeks. So question number 1 is, what is the first position you are looking to address in free agency on Monday? And if there's players specifically that you guys are interested in, like what do what's the first like non-Kirk Cousins related thing here? If we could put him aside for a second.
Yep.
What are you attacking in free agency on Monday? You got to find some space first of all, but I'm assuming that's going to there's going to be space to sign someone.
Go, guys, left and right. I am going to attack, and I don't know that the Vikings will because I think that they might go cornerback, but I would attack the right guard. I am tired of the guards on this team not being up to snuff. I'm tired of this was a team. And it was a great move. One of Brad Childress' first moves was, I'm going to go sign Steve Hutchinson, right? And like he provided from his left guard position, he solidified that line almost completely. Guards since 2006 have become more important. Like Brandon Scherf, who wants to play here, who has had injury problems but is very good, is the type of guy who could solidify your line. Like the tackles are good now, right? Center questionable. I think the left guard in Ezra Cleveland is certainly playable. Like I wouldn't bench him. But poor Oli Udoh at right guard was so overmatched. And if you are going to run Bradbury back, the two guards around him better be good, and one should be damn good. And so if it was up to me, Scherf is just the first name personally that comes to mind, but that's where I am going to attack. I want to leave free agency feeling really pretty damn good about my line, because when's the last time that we felt really pretty damn good about this line? 2009-ish?
Yeah.
Back then?
Steve Hutchinson, Bryant McKinney. Yeah, right?
You know.
Phil Lodeholt.
Yeah.
And some of those guys carried over
2012, yeah.
2012 when Peterson ran for
Sullivan was
2000.
solid,
Yeah.
I thought.
Clearly wasn't a disaster yet.
All right, where are you attacking, Dex?
I'm going corner. I'm going cornerback for the reasons that they don't have a solidified depth there. Pat P's fine if they want to bring him back. Cam Dantzler, has showed promise, but has been a roller coaster ride in his first 2 seasons. I have more trust that if you threw money at a cornerback, that he's going to make a bigger impact than if you spent a day 1 pick at a cornerback. So if, let's say they drafted a corner with their 12th overall pick, they got the Sauce, right? They got Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley, one of these 2 top cornerbacks that are there potentially at 12. As much as they might have a great future, I think it's more likely that a veteran can come in here and help stabilize their backfield a little bit more on the defensive side of the ball.
So you're focused on this year for a cornerback, okay?
Yeah. I would go and throw money at Stephen Gilmore, Casey Hayward. There's plenty of free agent cornerbacks out there. I would rather throw money at the cornerbacks. I can identify a guard or an offensive lineman, in my opinion, on day 2 of the draft. That's what I would do.
So I'm kind of more with Judd here. I'm so sick and tired of the offensive line being, whether Kirk is the quarterback or somebody else, you need a really good offensive line. And I think sometimes we tend to maybe put too much blame on the offensive line for, it's just like the root of all the problems, but it has not been good. And you can really count on 2 or 3 fingers how many times they've had a top 10 offensive line since Brad Childress took over, 15 years ago. So it has not been, ever since Rick Spielman took over in that front office, they've done a better job of spending some first and second round picks on guys, but they just have not been able to, through development or identifying the right players in the draft or free agency, they don't spend any money, it seems like, on offensive linemen. So I'm staring at this list on PFF.com of centers and guards, and I think you're probably looking to sign one of each. It depends. If you go for Brandon Scherf, he's almost certainly going to make $14 to $17 million a year on a contract. So, but I'm more interested, Ryan Jensen's a free agent. He's the center for Tampa Bay the last few years. I think I'm more interested in guys who are mid-20s as opposed to the Brandon Scherfs he's 30 years old.
And he's been hurt. You're right.
Yep, I'm not just looking to fix this for 2022. I'm looking at a window that probably opens wider in 2023. So, as you go down this list, Connor Williams is, he spent the last few seasons in Dallas. He's 25 years old. James Daniels from the Bears, 24 years old, guard. Austin Corbett coming from the Rams.
That's an interesting one.
Makes a ton of sense.
AOC connection, absolutely.
26 years old.
Yep.
So those are, and I would even throw in the center for the Rams last year, Brian Allen, 26 years old, free agent. He was the 10th ranked center out of 39 in the NFL. And Austin Corbett was the 22nd rated guard out of 82. So you'd be you could just go to the Rams and find a couple guys in their mid-20s.
Yep.
So I would just, to put a specific name on it, Austin Corbett I would look to sign to what PFF projects as a $10 million per year contract to fix my guard position.
Jensen as the replacement for Bradbury is intriguing. Here's the problem. None of us know a damn thing about Wyatt Davis at right guard. If we knew a thing, you might say, yeah, you can plug him in and he's fine. Because I would love to replace Bradbury just because I don't think he's that good. I mean, he's a smallish guy. He is certainly not held up consistently, but it would really help if we had even a little bit of an inkling on who Davis was. Unfortunately, because of 2022, we have no idea. Or 21, we don't.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's
I'd love to know something about him.
It would be nice to know, is he competing for a starting spot?
Yeah.
Or is he just a bust? Why didn't he play?
Is
at
he a real
all?
person?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever really seen him?
I know, it's pretty nuts. All right, question number 2 here for you guys.
I want a mock.
It is quite simply, what do you think of Todd McShay, the Todd father of mock drafting? What do you think about his 3.0? I'm going to fly through this real quick. So he's got Aiden Hutchinson going number 1 now to the Jaguars. That's a change.
Yep.
He has, I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right one here. This is from this week. Mm-hmm. He's got Kyle Hamilton, the safety, going number 2 to the Lions. A safety going number 2. It's amazing, man.
Come on.
Hamilton is incredible.
Okay.
He's a great player.
Can he play corner too?
Well,
can I split him in half and play half him at safety and half him at corner?
He is a playmaker. He closes like a heat-seeking missile, according to the scouting report here.
Okay, whatever. I can't be on board with this.
The offensive tackle from North Carolina State, going to the Texans at 3. Evan Neal, tackle Alabama, to the Jets. Trayvon Walker, defensive end Georgia, to the Giants. A lot of meat and potatoes here.
Yes.
Another one here. Offensive lineman from Mississippi State, Charles Cross, to the Panthers.
This is not a sexy first round, gentlemen.
A lot of trenches. Meat, potatoes, trenches.
Important, but not sexy.
Yep. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, Ohio State, to the Giants. Drake London, wide receiver, USC, to the Falcons.
Yep.
Kayvon Thibodeau, falling all the way, edge rusher, Oregon, to the Seahawks at 9. So no quarterbacks yet. Mm-hmm. Sauce Gardner, cornerback, Cincinnati, to the Jets at 10.
Okay.
Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah, to the Commanders at 11. So that brings us to the Vikings with all of the quarterbacks on the board if they were to go that route. And Todd Father Mock has them selecting Jermaine Johnson II, defensive end from Florida State.
I want a mock.
Now, the write-up says the Vikings have a tenacious pass rush duo in Danielle Hunter and DJ Wanham. All due respect to DJ Wanham, I don't know that I'd call him tenacious quite yet.
I saw that as well. Yeah.
Tenacious is a little aggressive.
Doubters.
You can't, Danielle Hunter is tenacious. DJ Wanham is a guy.
Yep.
Anyways, but Johnson can be a third impact player on their front. 12 sacks, 45 pressures were both top 15 numbers in the country last season. Great value pick at number 12. New Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell watched a great pass rush help his former team, the Rams, to a Super Bowl. He'd happily welcome another smooth-moving, explosive edge rusher to the mix.
And a guy who played high school football at Eden Prairie, Jermaine Johnson II. Yeah, no, they're not going to. I do not see them taking a defensive end. It is, if Danielle Hunter's gone, maybe I change that opinion. But I really believe that their needed cornerback is so great that I'm not going to blame them one bit. I'm not going to blame them if they sign one as a free agent and draft one.
Yeah.
If Hunter's gone, I'll amend this response to the question. But I think that Todd Father is a little bit confused here. I also, this safety from your school, Phil, might be great. I don't know.
He is an excellent player.
That's awesome. But do you really think that they're going to take a safety second?
Well, here's another perplexing thing about this mock.
That's really weird to me. Sorry.
He's got the first quarterback at 18 to the New Orleans Saints, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
And then he's got Malik Willis going 20th to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Man, he's got Tyler Lindenbaum, the center from Iowa, going 26th to the Titans. And he's got Matt Corral to the Falcons at 29. So he does have... God, I'm sorry. I keep doing it. Golden Corral. Golden Corral.
I just don't want more of those tweets.
Golden Corral. Sorry. So there it is. He's got 3 quarterbacks, but none until 18, and he's got the Vikings taking the edge rusher. Minnesota-born edge rusher. Born or just went to high school?
I do not know where he was born.
Minnesota guy. What about?
Go to high school. Question right now, prediction. Where does the first quarterback go? At
not 18. I think no way. Someone's going to trade up for Malik Willis.
Yeah.
I think he goes within the top. I think the first quarterback, probably Willis, goes top 10.
Yes.
Dex?
Yeah, I would say top 10. Probably the
Somebody
safest
will
option.
trade up to
Somebody
make
will.
sure they get Malik
Mm-hmm.
Willis. Or
Yeah.
I would be shocked if we were at pick 18. 2.5 hours
Kenny
into the
Pickett.
draft.
He has no hands. They're 8.5-inch hands. That's akin to having no hands in the National Football
How big
League.
are your hands?
They're
I
not
meant
huge.
to do this.
They're not huge.
I got long fingers but small palms. It's a thing.
Is
I
that
got
better
small
or
hand-
worse? I
I
think
got
you'd want
small
longer
hands.
fingers to throw a football, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think you would too.
Not too
but-
long. Otherwise, you'd be like,
Right.
Favre's
I
were
always-
like meat hooks, though. His hands were, oh my God, his hands were enormous.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a guy
Swing
on the
that
air.
ball.
I was on my flight back from Minneapolis to the Pacific Northwest last night, and there's a dude. He had to be like 6'7", and he walked to the back of the airplane. As he passed me, he put his paw on the seat back in front of me. Biggest hand I've ever seen in my life.
Really, just
Swear
like
to God, like
came
bigger than
around the-
Shaq. It was like
wow,
his hand engulfed the entire back of the seat.
wow.
Incredible.
He
It's
could throw a
ridiculous.
football, I bet.
And he could probably crush a full case of Surly cans in one hand all at once.
Well, I mean, so can I. Come on.
He would
Come
drink
on.
the Surly with
Yep.
like a thimble.
I got my. You know what? I got small hands, but I got the best beer in town. That's right. It's the weekend, and folks, that means it's time to load up on your Surly Furious IPA. In fact, I've got a few right here next to me from last night. Empties, delicious. As I watched the Wild and Wings duke it out, I did so while enjoying a Surly. And as you're watching games and it's sipping on your Furious or Surly Brewing, of course, as always, ladies and gentlemen, Phil and Dex, what do we want people to do?
Show me your cans. Show us your cans.
your cans.
Show us your
And
taps.
It's quite.
and
Show us
your taps.
Cans
At-
and taps. Cans and
At
taps.
Jay Zolgad on Twitter, always appreciated and responded to because you guys are the best.
Also, a shout out to Chill Boys for making us feel comfortable down there. They care about one thing, your comfort. They're a Minnesota-based company. You can find them online at chillboys.com. Long underwear. They got the athletic fit, which I think is the most comfortable. I enjoy those. The bamboo fabric. So, all right, boys, give me one word to describe how Chill Boys are making you feel today.
Outstanding.
Reckless.
Outstanding.
Reckless. It's the weekend. So reckless.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Dangerous.
What do you
Making
guys
feel
have?
dangerous.
Dangerous?
What we do on our weekend time is
What do
up
you guys
to me.
do?
It's
I
up-
just
it's
sit
up to
home
ourselves.
and
Yeah.
wear my Chill Boys long johns with shorts on and enjoy my Surly. That's all I do. I'm not
And
being
call
reckless.
plumbers. And call
Yeah, call
plumbers.
plumbers.
How's
I
that
got
going,
some
by the
plum-
way?
I got some. I actually was told I can do this myself, DIY. Terrible idea for me. I'm very concerned.
You can
about
do it.
this.
If I can install a bidet in my bathroom, which took me multiple hours,
Okay.
even though it says a 30-minute setup,
So-
you
You
can
still have
fix,
that in there?
You can fix. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
are you? It's talk about lifestyle
Oh,
choices.
God,
Declan Goff here for your bidet.
It's a top 5 endorsement for me.
Love it. Well, we need to make that happen, actually.
Yeah.
Let's
Top
guys,
5.
have our
Top
guys
3,
make a
Dex.
phone
Yeah,
call.
top 3.
That's a great endorsement.
Yep. All right. Question number 3 here before we get in trouble. What are, just in general, and I'll throw this to Judd, and I know you've got some information, some educated speculation. What are your latest thoughts on Kirk Cousins' situation with the Vikings?
My latest thoughts from what we have, what's the right word, ascertained, Phil Mackey, in the past 24 hours is this. The Vikings would genuinely, I believe, like to keep Kirk and would like to sign Kirk. No surprise, Kirk is driving a bargain that's very difficult, and therefore there's been give and take and blah blah blah. I think that my thoughts are this: in my opinion, the Vikings' worst case bailout scenario is they feel forced to trade Kirk. I do not think that's their first choice. So given their druthers, I think that they would actually like to bring Kirk back on another extension. That's what I think they are going through.
I find
that's
that
not what I'm saying.
incredible.
I know,
So, but-
I don't agree with it, but that's them.
So they think I hate to we're sort of filling in some of the gaps here, but
Yeah.
is it fair to say that the Vikings looked at Kirk and said, all right, listen, he's got the relationship with KOC. If we could just bring that number down, he's got some limitations here, but we can definitely maximize him more than the Mike Zimmer Clint Kubiak's staff was for sure last year.
Yep.
Let's get that number down, Kirk. Let's get some weapons in here, offensive linemen, and let's make this work. But all of it's predicated on you not playing hardball and trying to milk $45+ million a year on this next contract.
Yep.
That's how the Vikings probably approached it. And it sounds like Kirk and his agent are ready to do one of two things. A, only sign an extension that is top dollar, or hit free agency next year. I mean, is that kind of your sense of where things are at here? That he doesn't really want to play ball contractually.
He does not. And I think what Kirk wants to do is Kirk and his representation want to get to a year from now, and in their mind, right or wrong, crazy or not, reestablish the market again. Because like if you sign an extension now, it's based on what? Rodgers' contract, Kirk's previous contracts, and I think what they did in 2018 is their goal for March of 2023, which is you hit the market, and let's not kid ourselves. There will be another 3 teams desperate, right? Oh my God, we'd love to have you. And at that point in time, they can establish a market again with a fully guaranteed contract.
See,
I'm not being a smartass here when I say I think that this guy's Super Bowl championships are negotiations.
Dude, I hate the fact. I mean, this is who he's been. At some point, I 100% understand why he was digging his heels in at the end in Washington. All right, I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna take the franchise tag for a total of $50+ million over the course of 2 years, and then I'm gonna dig my heels in because I wasn't a first-round pick. I didn't get a big life-changing contract, the first handful of years. So I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna make generations of cousins, kids, and grandkids well off financially with that first contract with the Vikings too. But at a certain point, once you've made $100 to $150 million playing football and you're 34 years old, why are you still doing this? Do you not care about maximizing team success? Do you not care if the Vikings have to jettison some of your teammates because you're taking up such a ridiculous percentage of the cap? Like, you say you want to be in Minnesota long term and play out the rest of your career, but only on your ridiculous contractual terms, right? Come on, dude. Sorry, I'm like hitting my microphone. I'm all worked up.
I've got a slight reckless theory here, if you'd like me to broach it.
Reckless speculation.
So back in his day, Adrian Peterson made a ton, right?
Yeah.
But the problem
enough to buy a camel for his birthday party.
Exactly, which was absolutely crazy. But anyway, part of the issue for why he continued to go back to the contract and now if he could again was because he had a lot of people with their hands out asking, including his dad and stuff. And I think it was pretty well established, Adrian funded a lot of people. So like as much as a guy might make, that gets eaten up quick, right? I'm willing to bet that there are some folks, and I'm not going to get into particulars here because I don't know this for certain, but I'm willing to bet that there are some folks in the Cousins family, not Kirk himself, who probably can use some cash. And I'm willing to bet that Kirk Cousins, with how he is, and just to be clear, I am not passing judgment here, okay? So this is not religious bashing, political. This is just a theory on why he continues to want to break the bank, or at least in part. I'm willing to bet that there are some folks in his family that he probably loves very much and helps support their endeavors. Total guess.
Total guess?
That's a total. Well, I mean, it's putting the pieces together. Yeah. But I'm just saying this would not be the first guy who gets paid a ransom, and we're like, what are you doing? Like, how much
But what is the difference in... What's the difference in his life between, and I'm just, I'm ballparking numbers here, but what's the difference between $45 million and $36 million?
You know what?
Life?
That's so high, Phil. I have no idea.
And I know what the response is going to be. Well, if someone in your work told you to take a pay cut, Okay, we're not dealing in the monopoly money range of salaries here,
and that's why I can't guess.
Except for you know Patrick Royce maybe in his heyday or something, you know. But like, I'm sorry, we're not making $30 million a year to talk to you guys on our YouTube channel. And
you guys aren't? Oh crap!
Is there a salary cap structure in Twin Cities media?
Oh, you guys didn't know how much I made? Whoa. No,
in fact, there was an amendment made in mine. I think there's a void year in 2023 for me. Yeah, there is because I wanted a little bit more in 2022. So yeah, there's void years involved.
Backload that contract.
Yeah, backload that contract.
Void Declan.
Yeah,
I mean, we still have dead money on the cap from like Jeff Dubé and Joe Anderson from 10 years ago. It's crazy.
Never should have signed those guys to those 12-year pool holes contracts.
All right, and then question number 4 here, presented by our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company, which, by the way, if you're looking for frontline protection and you're looking for some of the best people in the business to protect your business, hit them up at Federated. You can find a face-to-face relationship with your marketing rep by going to federatedinsurance.com. Remember, at Federated, it's our business to protect yours. I don't know, Declan, you explain the origins of this question. We like to ask kind of a random question for the 4th one. Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Yeah, so this took the world by storm a few days ago. New York Post picked it up. Okay. Other websites picked it up. Very simple question. Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
This seems to me to be a very simple response of wheels. Because there's more, like you've got 4 on cars. I've got doors, but I just need 1.
No,
go ahead.
What's up?
Think about your house, dude. How many doors are in your house?
Right, but there's 1, 2. So my house
probably
is
10
small.
doors in your house. I've never been to your house actually, but there's probably
John will never allow us in his home.
And there's not 10 doors. No. There's 1, 2.
You have a garage door. You have a front door. You probably have a door in your garage to get into your house.
I have 4 in my apartment, in my 800 square foot apartment alone.
Right, but between our 2 cars, we've got
the car doors count too, right?
8 right. Oh,
dude, I never thought of that. I would say though,
doors.
like
it's doors.
80%, like because there's some cars, and that's probably
then that's different.
There's probably 2 cars.
You're thinking, well, every car has 4 wheels. Every car has 4 doors.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking about doors.
And a trunk. Is a trunk a door?
On houses and apartments.
Dude, Phil just absolutely blew my mind in the fact that there's also 4 wheels and 4 doors.
Think of that, because I was,
But then again, though, okay, hold on. Now
cars.
I'm offsetting this because semi-trucks have 18 wheelers, right?
Wheelers,
there's a lot of semi-trucks.
So if
airplanes also have a lot of wheels.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe they don't. They probably only have...
Let's say 95% of cars have 4 doors, okay? 95% of cars have 4 doors. So the 5% only have 2 doors, right? Well, there's probably enough trucks out there, semi-trucks, that have way more than 4 wheels on them that offset the 5%. So I'm going back to wheels. There's more wheels in the world than doors.
And there's wheels on... Yeah, that's true.
All right, how many cars would you guess are in the world right now?
Like a billion? I don't know.
Give me guesses, because I have a number here from a website.
A billion.
Judd?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
A billion. I can't imagine there's a billion cars.
1.5 billion, I don't know.
Holy crap. 1.44 billion.
Wow!
That's amazing.
Take that.
Judd nailed it. I got to think, because
right.
It's got to be doors. But then how many things have wheels that don't have doors?
Okay.
So, wagons, wheelbarrows.
My head's going to blow off.
Garbage
think the
containers,
desert,
right?
Yeah. Garbage,
Garbage
containers.
Yeah, my garbage containers now have
wheels.
Yeah.
Well, but they have a lid, but it's not a door.
Right. Lid.
Right.
I think it's doors. It's a great question.
Tale as old as time. More wheels or doors?
Is that a great question or just sort of a fun question that you...
Well, we always do a fun question on 4
No,
Questions Friday.
I'm not. No,
Are you crapping on it?
No, it was a fun question. Phil said that's a great question, and I'm not sure it's a great question. It's a fun question.
It's an unanswerable question.
It fits the segment perfectly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not crapping on it. It's good. It's good.
If you're looking to open a door to a weight loss journey.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
there's an
we've
update.
got something for you.
All you have to do is phone my friends or go online at Livia Weight Control Centers. And I told Dex this, Phil, last night on Judd's Hockey Show, and I'll tell you now. I went for my Minnetonka weekly weigh-in yesterday, okay?
Wow.
And I am now through my first full week of what they call the maintenance. So like I've hit my sweet spot, and I'm just trying to stay there. And so like the program changes, but this is why they're called weight control. It's not like diet. It's not fad. It is weight control. You drop the weight, and then the best part, they help you keep the weight off. Started at approximately 240, 203 yesterday.
Ooh.
203 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly right. And if you would like to join me on this incredible journey.
Rocky 3 here. It's crazy.
Exactly right. Have I got a deal for you? It is called the 8-week challenge. That's right. I did an 8-week challenge where you get your first 8 weeks for free. Now, in my first 8 weeks, about 26 pounds down. Join me. 855-GO-LIVEA, Livia.com. 855-GO-LIVEA, Livia.com. In the metro or outside the state, it doesn't matter. Livia.com. Check it out today and begin to shed those pounds and keep them off.
Boom. Awesome. Carlos Hyde released by the Jaguars. A little breaking news for you.
There's a lot percolating right now. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, and baseball's back too.
I love it. I mean, I love that people think that like, oh, baseball's back. We'll just forget about all the.
No.
Baseball's got to prove it. Baseball's got to prove it. I am here for the 2023 pitch clock and reduction in shifting, though. So, good for that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, Matt Olson's trade market. Look out. I can't wait to
Yeah,
see
the
him.
A's are going to. That's my favorite part. Baseball's back. It's time for the A's to dump.
To dump
Like,
everybody.
it's literally a thing.
And then there was a report like the Rays made an offer to Freddie Freeman. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have entered the chat. Anyways, all right. That's a wrap.
gotta go.
Purple Daily.
I want to play in the dome.
Be prepared for emergency episodes this weekend. See you guys.